Hey everyone, and welcome to vlog number 54. If you are new here, welcome. This is my channel where I tell you all about my knitting, designing and indie dye adventures. You can find me online as Wol Hobby on Ravelry, Facebook, but it's also the name of my web shop. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy you are here again. I have a lot to tell, and for everyone who's wondering, Apollo is walking around here and he's a bit annoying today because he keeps pushing my camera stand over. It's really light and I have my tea here on the table, so I do want to be careful with him. My tea. This is a little tea strainer thingy that I bought in Groningen last weekend where we were. And I don't know if you know it, but once the tea is done, you put it on your cup and then it will drain out the tea. And then you can enjoy a nice cup of tea. I have tea from Zutphen. That's the village where my sister is living. And it is a special blend. It's really nice. And what I like about this tea strainer is that you can see the beauty of the tea you are making as well. This has all little purple leaves and little white leaves, so it's beautiful. Okay, I have a lot to tell. First of all, I have a finished object. My lente regen socks are done. Ta-da! These are the socks that have two different heels because I already made this one and then I had to record an instruction and for the Eye of Partridge heel, and this was the only pair of socks that was ready to go for the heel. So, but then the camera messed up my recordings and I had to do it all over again. So, but I didn't feel like ripping it out. These are socks for me and I was like, okay, two different heels, why not? I did a slip stitch pattern on the last part of the foot. This is a part that can use a little more sturdiness. Some people tend to create holes on this part of the foot, and it's just like a slip stitch heel flap. You do a slip stitch pattern to give it some extra strength. And when I switched from the main color to the contrast color for cuffs, heels and the toe, I did a slip one, knit one pattern. So that gives this nice little decorative strip, line, that's probably best. So my lente regen sokken. And earlier today, my newsletter went out. And I'm so sorry, I don't have a newsletter in English yet, but Lente Regen is on sale this quarter. In comparison to American indie dyers, my yarn is friendlier priced, and now it's even on sale, so it's €2 less until the end of this quarter. I will link things below to my web shop, and you can check things out there if you would like to. And even with shipping and handling, it is not really expensive to buy yarn from me. But I can imagine that carbon footprint, stuff like that, that you would not want to have your yarn fly overseas, etc. So, but well, just I wanted to mention it. I have a project half done, a PhD, and that is my Hexa Sock. Last week when I showed it, I just knitted the heel flap and the heel turn because I had to make the instruction for it. But this is my Hexa sock finished. And this was also in the newsletter. This is also, well, not really on sale, but it is a bargain. We introduced this pattern and the sock sets at the fair in Tilburg for a special price, and we decided to keep the special price for this quarter. I have my list here, so I'm looking down and Apollo is doing his thing with the camera stand. I hope he just does not knock it over. I have worked on my Yolanda sock. This is the sock that I'm knitting for my friend Yolanda. I designed this sock for her. She was one of my board members, and when I left the board, I designed socks for all of them, and they got a pair. And the first year, half of the sales went to a fundraiser of their choice. But Yolanda had holes in her socks, so I did my best to mend them, sent them back to her, and now I'm working a new pair for her because I'm going to meet her June 22nd, and I hope to gift her then this pair then. And I also did the slip stitch heel thing here because this was the area where she had holes in her sock. This is my settle base yarn. It is a bit more rustic than the merino yarn I sell, but I think it's perfect for socks. I'm not going to restock this yarn, by the way. I am trying to find a new base, and I am eyeing 100% non-superwash blue-faced Leicester at the moment. But I need to test dye and test knit and test wear it before I'm going to make a decision. But okay, well, that's just a side note. I'm going to move the marker up so that next time you can check out if I made any progress on this, because I want to gift it to her on June 22nd. I do need to keep this in rotation because, well, things don't get finished all by themselves. So this is going to stay close to me. By the way, it is a really nice pattern to knit. Once you did 2 or 3 pattern repeats, it is super easy. It's easy to read where your knitting is at. And it is just a nice knit to have on the side. I have been working on my filigree tee, and that is living in my bag that my friend Esther made for me. And I had kind of a boo-boo with this knit. As you can see, there are raglan increases, and I was knitting on this in our hotel in Groningen, Apollo. Oh. The point is, if I move the camera stand, he will just move along and just start pushing it over again. I'm ever so sorry. He's just sleeping, and just his paws just grab around him, and sometimes he catches the camera stand. Okay, well, focus. I was knitting on this in Groningen in our hotel, and I saw a mistake in the raglan increases. Somehow the yarn over holes were not on top of each other, but I moved one stitch. And I was like, okay, well, just take 10 stitches to the left and to the right, because it was quite a bit down, and you increase at that point. So I'm just going to rip it back and just crochet back up. But I didn't have a nice table to lay my knitting on. I did not have proper lighting. I could not find my crochet hook. Of course it was there, I just did not look in the spot where it was. So I was getting quite frustrated with my filigree tee. And then I decided, just put it in the bag, bring it home, and look at it again when you are home with the proper tools and the proper light, etc. So I did. And then I already dropped the stitches, so I had all these long loops of yarn hanging on the back. And then I was going to work them back up. And when I was finished, I was like, meh. But I knitted a few rounds, and then I went to check it out again. And then I had to look really hard to find where the mistake was. And because I was almost ready to close in the round for the V-neck, it meant that the mistake was somewhere around here, or maybe even on the back. So then I decided I was just going to continue, and yeah, well, that's what I did. I did close for the V-neck. Here's my little stitch marker, and here is the stitch marker of where I was last time I showed it. So I did quite a bit of knitting, and I just need to do 4 or 5 more rounds, something like that. And then I will split for the sleeves. Apollo. So that means that I will lose like nearly 200 stitches in one go. It's on quite a small cable. That's okay, because now when I'm knitting, I can really load my needle, the one I'm working from. But I might change to a larger cable once I split for the sleeves, or it might not be necessary anymore. I don't know, we will just have to see. We are in 2 days of very nice weather, the kind of weather that you were hoping that you would be able to wear this. There will be many days, but days like this really motivate me to finish this. So my filigree tee. Then I have been working a little bit on my 24 birds. That is this circular shawl, a pattern by Helen Stewart, with all these nice lacy details in it. And let's see, where is my marker? Here it is. I just did around 8 rounds or something like that. But hey, the rounds are 576 stitches long, so oh well, I can't knit that in 2 minutes. I just started clue 4, and I think the entire shawl has 5 or maybe 6. I'm not sure. I don't think I will be knitting on this a lot the upcoming weeks, days, whatever, because well, my filigree tee is top of mind, and my secret forest, which I'm going to show in a minute. So this might just quiet down a bit, but that's okay. It will come out of hibernation whenever it tells me it's ready to be knit on again. I've moved the stitch marker up, but I'm not sure if I will show it within the next couple of weeks. I have been picking up my secret forest shawl again. That is a pattern by Paper Daisy Creations, Lisa Ross. And I just finished the woven branches section. I added in the 6th color and I started the little acorn section. After this, after the little acorn section, you will put this on hold and you will start knitting the other half of the shawl. And then you will knit, and in the middle they will meet and they will be knitted together. And this has a really long cable. This has the cable that should have been in my filigree tee, really. So when I put the stitches on hold, I will make a decision if I will put this cable in the filigree tee, because both projects are worked with interchangeables. Yes, that's the word. I'm really, really enjoying this knit. I had to look at the chart all the time for this part. Somehow it just did not stick in my mind and the repeat was not logical to me. So, but that's done, and I don't mind looking at my chart. It's in Knit Companion, and I've added in all the tools to make my knitting life easier. So, but somehow it just did not knit itself, so to say. So this will be in rotation. Apollo left the table, by the way, so I don't think there will be any more trouble with the camera stand. Ooh, nice. Let's see. I made a swatch for my new Groningen scarf. I'm going to design, well, that I am designing. I made a swatch, and as you can see here, there are holes in there. The bottom holes are for the needle size before the dot. The top holes are for the needle size above or behind. So this is needles 3.75. That is how I keep track of what needle size I used. And I had a feeling that this was the right needle size. Sometimes I go up or down and knit another piece, but I felt like I was on par. So I bound off, soaked it and pinned it out. So now I have a swatch to work with for gauge purposes, but it's also exactly the drape that I was hoping to get. So I'm happy with this swatch, and I used to rip my swatches or throw them away, but I'm not doing that anymore because it's really handy to have a swatch like this with the correct needle size knitted in, so that whenever I want to start another project in this yarn, I can decide if 3.75 is the way to go. In my newsletter this morning, there was also the new Islands in the Stream shawl by Lisa K. Ross, Paper Daisy Creations. She launched her pattern yesterday, and I again could make kits for her shawl. You need 1 main color skein and 6 mini skeins, 20 grams. And I have put 3 kits on my website. And it is such a pretty shawl again. So I'm not allowed to start new things. I'm not allowed to start new things. Well, not the Island in the Stream shawl. I'm going to start an emotional support check-in later this week. And I'm very, very busy dyeing up yarn. And I'm pretty happy with the works in progress I have at the moment. So I don't think I'm going to knit the Islands in the Stream, but never say never. I've been in the newspaper with a nice article about my knitting and my designing and dyeing. It's in Dutch, of course. So I'm sorry that I can't share the story, but well, for those of you who are following for a while, you pretty much know how I came here and how it all happened. I was asked if I could dye kits for the new pattern for Debbie, who is Yarnaholic 52 on Ravelry. She and her colleague Brigitte, who is Knit 3 Hearts on Ravelry, have a very fun and engaging Ravelry group called Never Enough Lace. And Debbie is designing a shawl that will launch on September 1st, but it is a shawl that requires assigned pooling. And since shipping is crazy from the States to the Netherlands, and she really wanted to have European knitters to have the opportunity to buy indie dyed yarns as well. Well, by the way, is there a commercial indie dyed yarn? I don't think so. That's a real indie dye thing, right? Anyways, I got asked if I could make kits, and I did. I am. I had to buy a new yarn base for it. Well, not really a yarn base, but the circumference of the skeins in the United States, or the loops really, are bigger than what I was using. So I had to find the right size of skein, and since I was checking that out, I decided to go for a new base as well. This is my new high twist base. Look at how pretty this is. It has a very round thread. It's really bouncy, and it is taking the dye so beautifully. I decided on 3 colorways for the kit. This is the first one. This is my ultraviolet glazed with a thin black layer, and this will be the assigned pooling color. So you will have the gray and the purple and the golden leaves colorway. Let's see if we twist this like this. Yes, now you can see all the colors. So this is one of the kits. And then I have this one. This one is still a bit wet. My Quiet Sea colorway combined with this subtle brownish colorway, and I decided to leave the Assign Pooling Color Run undyed. I have been knitting socks in this combination. Well, this color was a little, just a tad bit darker, but I really like these two together. And I was afraid that if I was going to add a third color, that it would just be less good than this. This is so pretty. So the white will be the color pop, and it will work together beautifully. I'm going to test knit this pattern. I'm not going to do the purple one because that is what Brigitte would like to have for her test knit. So I'm going to send that off to her. But I'm not sure if I want to do the Quiet Sea one or the Forest Green one. This is the third kit, and this has a bright orange Assign Pooling Color Run and combined with the white. When I hold it like this, it makes me think of the Italian flag. Anyways, I have been putting these three kits together. Look how pretty that is. Using the color wheel. So I went to the drawing table first to see which colors I would like to combine, and this is what I came up with. I decided to go for semi-solid because I think the pattern will be so pretty and it will be showing in all its glory. I bought a thing. Well, I bought several things. A while ago, I met a man who is making all kinds of leather pouches and bags and tiny little shoes and wallets and hats. I've showed it in my January vlog. I bought 2 little bags that I gave one to my sister, and we are using it to put in stitch markers. But this week I met him again and I bought another set of bags, another model really. These are, well, with a kind of cross stitch. No, how do you call this? Who's ever smarter than me can say this is just with regular stitching, and they all have a little hook like this, so you can put them on or in your project bag with some stitch markers or a tiny bit of yarn or other notions. I also bought this one, which also has the clasp hook. And I'm not sure why I bought these. I might do a giveaway or just add in a giveaway package with some stitch markers or something. But what I did bought is this bag. Look how cute. Yeah, well, my yarn is hanging out because this is attached to my 24 birds that is living in here. My yarns are on this side with my notions pouch, but there are 3 skeins under here as well. And my project will be on this side, and in the back is a strip like this with all these loops where you can put in your knitting needles, crochet needle, a pen, a scissors, stuff like that. So, but I really love this bag. I love the colors and, well, it is so well made. I am vending at a fair in June and I asked him if he would like to vend as well. And he said yes, which is very dangerous for my bank account. Now, he's not expensive, but, well, you just can't buy anything you want, can you? Anyways, he will be vending at the fair, so who knows? There might be more leather bags in my future. Earlier this week, I was such a happy camper because I won a sock set from 3 by the Sea in Amy's vlog, Noble Character Crafts, because of my Make 9 2024. Or, well, it's her Make 9 2024 make-along, but I won because I posted on Instagram using the hashtag and my name came up. And the next day, Amy sent me a message because I sent her my home address, and then she sent me a message and she said, "It is unbelievable, but shipping the yarn to the Netherlands to you will be $64. What? $64. Which is ridiculous, of course. First of all, because it's a huge amount of money. And second of all, the yarn is not even $64. So why would one pay that much money to send it overseas? So we were kind of discussing how we could solve this, and if she could, she asked me if she could do something with a gift card or Ravelry pattern, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, yesterday afternoon, I had a brainwave. Marcia, a knitter from Canada, will come to the Netherlands next month. So I asked her if Amy could send my yarn to her and if she would be willing to bring it in her suitcase to me. And she said yes. So I will have to wait for a few weeks, but that's okay. If Amy would have sent it to me, I would have to wait for a few weeks as well. But I will get my 3 by the Sea sock sets, and I'm so excited because when I look at other podcasts, I see American knitters knit with the 3 by the Sea or Freckled Whimsy or Yarnable or stuff like that. And I keep a list of yarns I would want to knit with. And 3 by the Sea was really, really high up that list. So now I will have my chance in the near future. So I'm very happy that we could work out a solution to get the yarn here to me without spending too much money. I'm going to do an interview with Amy soonish about her Make 9 2024 make along, and it will be posted on my YouTube channel. And I'm also going to do an interview with a designer, which I'm not going to spoil yet, but when the interview goes live, I'm going to start knitting on one of her designs because it has been on my list for a long time, and I am going to start it then. I'm also going to start an emotional support chicken. I was not planning on knitting an emotional support chicken, but my sister knitted 3 for the fair in my new DK weight base. And my friend from America saw the post on Facebook and she asked, how can I buy one for my daughter? And, well, Marianne already knitted 3 of them. She might knit a 4th one, but I'm going to knit an emotional support chicken for Marilyn's daughter in the United States. And I will start that soonish. Yesterday I hung the yarn to dry, so when it's dry and when I feel like starting, I will do so. Wool Hobby will be 2 years old, not this coming Monday, but the next Monday, the 6th of May. It is unbelievable how my company grew from nothing to what we have now. And I'm so grateful for everyone supporting me as a business. And so I want to do a giveaway. I don't want to overcomplicate things. So I'm thinking about, I'm going to post a birthday video on May 6th, but I'm thinking about collecting all the comments in under one video. So I probably will be recording an English one as well, but if I want to use 2 videos for the random comment picker, I have to have a paid for account, and that is just silly. So I did use a free trial for a while, but that is no longer available. So it would be nice if I would have all the comments under one video. So when I'm going to post the birthday videos, I will explain everything, and I will link to the video where you can leave a comment to win not 1, not 2, but 3 skeins of yarn of your choice, on a base that I sell, of course, in the colors of your choice. So you can pick something from the web shop, or you can ask me to dye up something for you, and that will be the giveaway because I'm turning 2. So exciting! I think that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my projects. And until the next time, I would say happy knitting, happy crafting, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.